Okay, also what I'm going to attempt to do here is build a metal mine level 50. Now this should be quite fun. If you have a look at my mines on this planet, you can see I already have one at level 49. I'm going to try and get that up to level 50 though, just for fun more than anything. Now if we go over to the tech tree for this, you can see not that much of an increase for the amount of res it costs, but this planet is in slot 15, so that's kind of to be expected. And if we go over to the resource settings, this is what it looks like with a metal mine level 49 and my other mines. You can see the production at the bottom, 2660, 869.68 per hour, then per day, and per week as well. That's with the other mines as well on that page. There we go. So this should be quite fun anyway. I'm going to need to get a lot more resources. The current resources I have available are what you can see here. I do have a lot of these resource packages though, so I'm going to be using a fair few of those to get this done. So the first thing I'm going to do here is start putting some boosters on my planets. So this might take a bit of time. I think what I'm going to do here, you can see I have a lot of boosters. I'm going to go with the 30% booster and use that on every planet, and I'm going to do that with all 3 boosters. There we go. Then just repeat that with all the planets so the packages give a little bit more resources. If we go over to here, let's bring up the complete resource package. You can see here, that's what it currently gives. If I start boosting up my planets with boosters though, it will give a little bit more when I start using them. So let's go ahead and do that on all planets. Alright, so there we go, that's the boosters done. Now if we go over to the inventory, bring up one of these resource package crates, you can see now it's quite a bit higher than it was before I used all those boosters, so it's done a pretty significant increase, and that will be useful for when I try and get this mine done. Right, I need to start bringing the resources and stuff across to the planet, so what I'll do is deploy everything I have apart from the Death Stars that can sort of carry res. You can see already I'm going to have a major problem with this as I can't even hold all of the resources that I currently have. So it's going to take 2 trips just to bring everything across to the planet. This might be quite a bit harder than I thought. It might be better to start using the resource packages right away, I think. I'm not sure. If I try and bring the resources across to the planet now, it's going to be too difficult as I don't have the storage. So, yeah, I'm going to have to sort of guess how much res I'm going to need to do this. So, what I'll do is, let's bring up the resource packages. Just having a look at the storage. I could probably use about 3 or 4 of these. 1, 2, 3 like that. There we go. And now I don't have the storage, so I will need to start bringing stuff across to the planet. Yeah, this could be quite a bit harder than I thought with the fleet I have. I'm sure I'll get there eventually though. Might take a bit of time. I might have to build quite a bit more fleet as well. Let's start deploying this anyway. There we go. So to be honest, I think there's a relatively straightforward way of doing this. Deploy all the jute across to the moon at this point, then use the jute packages, then after that just recall the fleet, activate, then just send the jute away again. Right, there we go. Fleet movement. Then what I'm going to do, after I've done this a few times is start trading the jute for the other resources. I should be able to move all of that metal with the fleet I currently have. Same with the crystal. Then that should get me the mine that I'm after, but you can see it's not going to be that easy to do. Going to take quite a bit of trading and messing around to do this. Alright, so I'm going to bring the trader up and see what sort of rate I can get for my jute. All those free traders always seem to want to buy your crystal. I've never seen the purpose of selling crystal, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's the metal rate I want, so what I can do now is deploy all the metal to the moon like this. There we go, and then I'm going to go back into the merchant resource market, trade, and then there we go, trade the maximum amount, and that's actually looking pretty good. I should have, well, with a bit of luck, enough resources already to complete this with a bit of trading. Alright, let's repeat the process, bring up a resource market trader, and wow, that's really good. The problem is I don't think I can move both the crystal and the metal at the same time. I'm going to need to do 2 transport missions, I think, to be able to do this. Let's just see the storage. Bring all of that up. I can move all the crystal. Then, yeah, that is going to take 2 transport missions. So it's now going to take a bit of messing around before I have enough room to even sell the jute that I have here. So you can see it's not that easy to do the bigger mines. I'll get there soon though. I need to get the rest of the jute that's on the moon as well, then put all the resources other than jute onto the moon. Then once I'm done with that, grab all of the resources off the moon, then put the mine on. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Well, no, it doesn't. Anyway, hopefully I'll get there soon. Alright, I think I might finally be there. You can see here, I have enough resources to put the metal mine on. Now you can see there the time is 7 hours, 29 minutes and 2 seconds. That's mainly because I have a nanite 14 on this planet, so that speeds it up considerably. So there we go, let's go ahead and put this on. Finally. And I still have quite a bit of res left over. So what I'm going to do here, for the sake of this video, is speed it up. I have plenty of these items that speed up the buildings, so I'll just use a couple of these. There we go. I know 2 hours is a little bit excessive, but I'm doing that anyway. And there we go. The mine is completed. It's now at level 50. So the cost for the next mine is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. Like I'm ever going to get that done. Well, I guess I might eventually, but it's not happening in the near future. Bring up that tech info again. You can see up to level 62 now, and the amount it produces, the cost will be absolutely ridiculous at level 62. I can't even imagine that sort of cost. But let's have a look at the resource settings anyway. I'm sure that's what you all want to see. So it is actually over 3 million per hour now on the metal. If I moved this planet into slot 8, that would go up even further. Unfortunately, I have a slot 15 set up, and that's not ideal for metal mine production, but it's pretty good for jute production. But there we go, that's what it looks like now anyway. Pretty ridiculous in all fairness, but it could still go higher. And one final thing I will bring up while I'm here is my research. I'm still working on plasma technology currently. Hopefully that will be finished relatively soon, 11 weeks. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on after that. Astrophysics doesn't really appeal to me, as you need 2 levels to get a new planet. I may do the combat technologies, as they are quite cheap, you can see here. Get those up to level 24, then think about what I want to do from there. And there we go, I'm going to end the video at this point. I hope you found that interesting. A metal mine 50 is pretty ridiculous. I don't have that on my other planets. They're all around level 48. It was just done on the one planet just to see what sort of production it's giving. And you can see from that, it's not bad at all. A lot better than my other mines anyway, that's for sure. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. I've included a previous OGame video on the screen, plus a playlist. Plus you can also subscribe from here if you want to do so. And thanks for watching.